The stock of the day is brought to you by IG, Australia's #1 CFD provider. Trade over 17,000 markets with extended trading hours on key US shares and competitive spreads, all on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.
And our stock of the day is ANZ. It's agreed to pay $240 million in penalties after admitting to engaging in unconscionable conduct. The fine relates to services provided to the Australian government and involves overstating bond trading volumes. It also relates to widespread misconduct across products and services impacting nearly 65,000 customers. The settlement with the corporate regulator ASIC also involves a $125 million fine relating to institutional and market matters, including an $18 million penalty for that unconscionable conduct, $115 million for 3 retail banking matters. In a statement, ANZ CEO Nuno Matos says that the failings are simply not good enough. It's his expectation that measurable improvements are made across the bank. Checking in on shares in ANZ, coming under pressure today, off by 0.7%. My guest here in studio, Kai Chen from NPC Markets. David Lane is standing by at Ord Minnett as well. But Kai, I'll start with you, because it's not just today's news in relation to ANZ. Massive cost cutting going on at the bank. Broom is really being taken to the institution. So does that, potentially spell, upside?
Oh, upside, I don't know. I mean, it's the biggest fine that's been handed out, $240 million. But I think it shows like the practices that's going on in the bank. So, my background is actually I've been a futures trader in the bonds market. So basically what they're talking about here is that they have bond issuances, every so often. And basically the bank runs as the syndication for these auctions. Obviously they have to do pre-hedging and stuff. So there's questionable acts where, are you over-hedging and things like that? And clearly the case is that they've been misreporting the volume that they have been doing. So market manipulation, I don't know, but not good conduct. So, and then also there's so much negative headwind where they're laying off about 3,000 staff across the board to streamline their operations. So it raises the question, are the high valuation for banks justified? I think there's a big question mark. In my personal opinion, some of the banks are probably overvalued.
And that would be ANZ as well?
Yes.
Would you be selling?
Yes.
Got it. David Lane, Ord Minnett, what would you do with ANZ? Buy, hold, or a sell?
We do have a hold recommendation on it. Having said that, though, ANZ is our preferred of the major banks because we've actually got lightens or sells on the others. I think with ANZ at the moment, the playbook of the big bath is being played out. So the new CEO, Nuno Matos, has come in. He's announced significant changes as far as the business is concerned from a strategic review, laying off 3,500 staff, about 1,000 contractors, reducing duplication. And then he's come out with this settling of multiple issues with ASIC, a laundry list of all the things that they've done wrong in the past, and basically saying sorry, blaming previous management, and hoping that starts to clean up the bank. Not quite the playbook of the chainsaw Al Dunlap back in the 1980s or 90s with Westpac, but it's getting close to it. And I think that with the new CEO in place, he's hoping that he can start to turn ANZ around. They've done a number of acquisitions in recent years, the biggest one being Suncorp Bank. So it'll be interesting to see how that gets integrated and whether or not they get included in this restructure. ANZ will have their strategic day on the 13th of October. And I think that will be the day when analysts and the market will start to get a little bit more clarity on where ANZ goes in the future. Analysts will be asking questions about their capital position, about how they're going to be treating dividends in the future, and, as I said, how they treat acquisitions like Suncorp and how this restructure impacts that. So at the moment, we've got a hold recommendation on it. I think that there could be value in it in the future, but not quite at the moment. So definitely keep an eye out for that strategic day on the 13th of October, and we might get a little bit more clarity from it from ANZ then.
ANZ, it is a sell for Kai Chen at MPC Markets and a hold for David Lane at Ord Minnett. Thanks for your opinions on ANZ, guys. That was our stock of the day.
The stock of the day was brought to you by IG. Trade over 12,000 shares and ETFs, including major tech giants with extended hours on an award-winning platform. Get started at IG.com.